Good morning, it's good to see you. Got a travel day today, thought I'd include one. We haven't done one for a while. And in that process, I'll also outline the rough costs that I've spent in the last year of travel. This is the little soy I'm on, the little lane, which I'll show you a little bit more of soon. The airport's only 500 metres away. The room is 40 Australian a night. You can get cheaper ones, but I paid for the convenience. I think it's one of those rooms where if you could walk into IKEA and buy a hotel room, this is what you'd get. But it's perfectly serviceable, does what it says on the can. All right, let's head to the airport. Room 301 checkout. Thank you. Have a good day. So the name of the hotel, which is, a fine hotel, is Mocha, or Mocha, M-O-C-A, there it is, Mocha Hotel. This is the soy or alley it sits on, and it's, you can't get away from the massage places in Thailand. There's a string of massage places on here, as well as places to eat as well, and those massage places will give you all the extras you would like if that's your thing. Not my thing, but there's a little bar here I stopped in and had a beer at last night. It sits about 6 people, and I wasn't sure how he could make any money from it, but apparently if you're that way inclined, you can get hold of some devil's cabbage. Right, I think it's this way to the airport. Got to get that morning exercise in. So the first cost I'm going to address that I've had over the past year is airfares. It's come to just over around 2,200 Australian dollars for the year. This also includes a portion of airfares that I don't use, and the reason I don't use them is some countries, when you enter them, the airlines, if not the countries, require you to show an onward ticket or onward travel. And let's say I'm going to Indonesia, I will look at the shortest route out of the country and buy that ticket knowing full well that I don't use it. For example, Medan to KL, I think it's 50 Australian dollars all day, every day. So there's an element, a few $100, $200 or $300, I guess, out of that 2,200 that are these throwaway tickets. The airlines have become much more stringent, I've noticed in the last couple of years. I think, other than their concerns about having to fly people out because they're responsible if they haven't got the right visas or whatever, I actually think there's more to them making money if they demand people have tickets and they don't have them when they get them. They've got to buy one on the spot. I forget what day it is. I think it's Wednesday. My flight leaves at 11:30 from Don Muang in Bangkok, and it's 3.5 hours to Kathmandu. Haven't been for a couple of years. Pretty excited about getting there, actually. Jumping around a bit recently, I'm sort of trying to find that spark, because like everything else, the more often you do something, the more routine it gets. But I had initially planned on going to Vietnam, but Nepal excited me a bit more, so that's where we're heading. I'm a reasonably experienced traveller. I'm not as experienced as some, but I've just spent 5 minutes looking at this board, wondering where my flight is, and then realising I'm in arrivals. Thought I wasn't going to get on a plane today. I know I've said it many times before, but there's an excitement for me every time I come to an airport. It doesn't matter how old I get. It's not just an airport though. It could be a seaport, it could be a bus station, it could be a train station. And there's the idea that people are going somewhere exploring, the anticipation of where I'm going to. A lot of people find airports a drag and a trudge, and I personally don't. I can hang out in them for a long time. I'm trying to find my check-in. I'm way too early, of course. But enough of me. I guess you want to hear more about the costs for the last year. Let's get to that. So then we have our visa costs for the year. My visa costs for this year were around about $500, including the $100 I've got to spend today to where I'm going. Now this also consists of one, possibly two visas that I don't use. A week ago I got a visa to Vietnam, but I wasn't feeling Vietnam. I think that was 40 US, so what's that, 60, 70 Australian dollars. So there are a couple of visas there that I didn't use, I haven't used. But yeah, over the year, it's about 500 in total. Some people will question, well, why are you paying that money for visas you don't use? Because that's the way I travel. I've come to learn that I have to do it the way I enjoy doing it, and moving on a whim or having the flexibility just to say, forget it, I feel like going there. That's one of the aspects I really, really enjoy about travel. It's moving on a whim, it's being on the breeze. Sure, you get to one point where that you can't reverse that, you're on the plane heading to the airport, but up until then, I want to be able to turn around and say, no, I'm not feeling it today, I'm going the other way. So yeah, about $500 for visas. With our $2,200 for airfares, we're up to about $2,700. Went through check-in, security and immigration. Just a little tip for those who may not be aware. One of the advantages or beauty of traveling with only 7 kilograms or carry-on is that you can, more often than not, with most all airlines, go to any check-in counter, and because you don't have check-in baggage, they can put you on a flight. And this works in one particular way for me anyway. I'm notoriously early at airports because I like them. And I take advantage of this by being pretty much the first in line on flight. So a lot of the time I don't book a seat, I just ask or request for a seat at check-in, and most of the times I get it, and often it's an emergency exit seat just by asking. Let's say, for example, I'm flying from Perth to Bangkok. I go to the check-in counter, and that flight might be going from Perth to Bali, the same sort of airline, and they'll check you in. So you're ahead of everyone, you get to ask for that seat. If there's any seats available that you want, they have no problem giving it to you. On the rare occasion, more often than not, if I've got the camera out, if I've got the GoPro out and I'm recording the situation, they won't do it because it's not protocol, they shouldn't be doing it, but more often than not you do get it. We've got a few hours, I think 2.5 hours before we fly. Back to the money. I've walked to the furthest reaches of departures that I possibly can, and I feel I'm entering into a Stanley Kubrick movie. Okay, food. I'm averaging about $20 a day for food when I'm traveling. This essentially means I'm having one substantial meal a day. That might be breakfast one day, it might be dinner another. And the rest of the day I'm kind of grazing just on bits of street food, fruit. That will also include some snacks. I've got a habit of enjoying a little bit of chocolate or chips or something like that of an evening, but on the whole it's about about $20 a day. So that's $600 a month, $7,200 a year. Love those emergency exit seats. I don't think there's enough people to fill the plane, so it might be quite an empty ride. We'll see. All right, 3.5 hours and we'll be in Nepal. Thank you, have a good day. Well, namaste. That was the slowest descent I can ever recall on any flights. The visibility coming into Kathmandu today is also the worst I can recall of any flights. I've seen India, I've seen the smog in India, I've seen lots of bad air, but today in Kathmandu takes the cake. Because of the topography of the area, normally you'd come in over the mountains, but because of the poor visibility, we were put into a spiral in very, very slow increments coming down into the Kathmandu Valley. So it was probably the longest descent I've had as well, which is about an hour, I guess. Yeah, good to be here though. And we're through. Quite painless, really. Nepal's coming along slowly with their visa on arrival process. You can order a taxi in there, in the sort of arrival hall where all the money exchanges are and that, or it's force of habit. It's not that I can't afford the taxis that they're charging in there. But as with most airports, if you just walk out the gate, your taxi's going to be half the price of what you're paying at the terminal itself. Obviously, it makes it much easier if you're only travelling light. Yet another reason why to just carry 7 kilograms, I guess. But I've just got to follow this road out there to the left, I believe, and look for a cab on the street. Back to the money. So the other expense, of course, is rooms. I'm sort of spending a little bit more than I thought I was. When I get to places like Jakarta, I Hollywood it a little bit because it's Jakarta and you need to pamper yourself in some places, and that's the place I do it. But as well as that, there's the airport hotels that are a little bit more. So generally I'm paying about 30 Australian dollars a night, which is 900 a month, which is 9,918, 10,800 a year. I would be spending about half that. Hello sir, how are you? How much to Thamel?
Thamel?
Yeah, how much?
800.
800. 1 minute please sir. So normally if I didn't need the good Wi-Fi, I'd be paying sort of half that for a room, I guess, but it's just one of the tools I need now to do what I do. I'm going to get the taxi guy. The last time I was here it cost 1,000 to go to Thamel. Thamel being the tourist ghetto, and 800 for the sake of 300 or $3 walking out onto the main road and dealing with the traffic. I think I'll take the dude at 800. Where's your car, sir? Just here? Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name, sir?
Suresh Lama.
Suresh Lama.
Yeah.
Wayne Moss. Pleased to meet you, Suresh.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia.
How long have you been driving taxis, Suresh?
Oh, nice. I am English little bit.
Little bit. Little bit is better than my nothing.
Yes.
I know how to say thank you, and I know how to say mitrosa, which is delicious. Dhanyabad, thank you. But yeah, I should, of course, know a lot more than I do. Just a hint, just that hint of a nip in the air as we head towards evening. It's about 4 o'clock, I think. Be swapping this hat for a beanie, I reckon. Suresh, thank you so much.
Yeah, luggage, yeah, put your...
Oh, it's okay, I can put it here. It's become a bit of a security blanket now. I don't let my bag out of my sight. Even though there's no good reason not to trust the back seat of the taxi you're in. It's just habit now. Like, this is everything that I have, and I use it as a pillow. It's got all the tools that I use for what I do, and even when I don't need it, I wear it. Suresh, is this a new road? New? Yeah? How long maybe?
New road.
New road? The last time I came down this road I didn't experience this smooth ride. It was quite potholy and gravelly, but well, it's very nice. Yeah?
Yes,
It's a very nice road. Yeah. Good for driving. Yeah.
Thank you. Pasupati temple.
Oh, the temple?
Hindu temple.
Hindu temple.
Yeah.
You go to temple sometimes?
Yes.
Yes? In the morning?
Morning, evening.
Oh. You have a wife, Suresh?
Yes.
How many?
One wife.
Sorry. And children?
Children, 2 daughters.
2 daughters?
Yes.
And they're in school?
In school, one daughter 7th class.
Oh, yeah.
Big daughter 12. College.
Very nice. In college?
College.
And what's your plan, Suresh? What do you want with your life when you
plan.
What do you want? What do you like to do when you're old man?
Working.
Working is important.
Important.
Got to have purpose, yeah?
Yes.
Must have something to do, something to get up in the morning, eh?
Yes.
You forget too quickly just the sincere warmth and friendliness of the Nepalese. Instantly, I realise I've made the perfect call for me, coming out of India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia. This was the perfect spot to come back to and sort of regroup a little bit. They're just so friendly, and so the people are just lovely. Anyway, Suresh and I are having a hoot of a time on our drive into Thamel, and he's such a good man. I want to put on there his contact details. If you're coming to Kathmandu, Suresh is your man. He's a really good guy. One of the things I've noticed over the years is that I've become attuned to the different types of bikes that get around the areas, whether it be Indonesia or Nepal or India. Each region has its own sort of sound to it with the bike. The ones in Nepal are a bit whiny. Good. 1 minute. And here we go. Suresh,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
1,000's okay, my friend. Have a good day, yeah? Bye-bye. Hey, how are you? Everything okay? What's your name?
Atul,
Atul. My name's Wayne. Atul, very nice to meet you. I must go, I'm running late.
I'm from India. You from, sir? No,
Yatul just saved me from falling off the road. I'm from Australia, Yatul, but I'm sorry, I had to do something. Very nice to meet you. And here we are. It's early the following morning. I got into my hotel room, started talking to some people, had something to eat, had a shower, and just passed out. Sorry, sir. How are you? Incidentals that I would spend during the course of a month or on a day. I guess it's about $15. These incidentals might include things like the odd taxi ride to the airport like yesterday, a SIM card, just bits and bobs. You might need some deodorant, that type of thing. So that's about $450 a month. I am looking for a coffee or a tea, if I can. Oh, hello, sir. Little temple, the village, the markets are starting early. I'm finding it hard to find my words because I've only just woken up, so looks like there could be a chai over here, maybe. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm
Do you have a chai? 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 Yeah? Thank you. How much is the chai?
maybe later pizza.
Maybe later?
Yeah?
Picture?
Pizza.
Pizza? Okay.
Pizza,
Around?
I think,
Oh,
yeah.
it's round. Maybe. How much is the chai, madam?
30 rupees.
30.
30, yeah.
30 rupees. I like it when someone sort of puts out this figure and all the locals just turn and look at each other as if they all know it's a bit high. I'm not going to complain about 30 rupees. It's certainly not something to get bent out of shape about.
Local ja.
Sorry?
Local ja.
Local ja.
Ah.
Ah, very nice. I have a really persistent rickshaw driver wanting me to go for a ride. I'm not going for a ride, I've got other plans, but he's quite entertaining. I'm sorry, sir, not today.
A
Not,
bit more.
just a little bit more, no.
Yeah, I have no money.
No, I'm sorry. Maybe later, sir. Thank you so much, yeah?
Raining.
Raining, yes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, sir. I have an umbrella. Thank you. You're very persistent, though. You've been going now for about 15, 20 minutes. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Maybe another time.
30 minutes, yeah, 30 minutes. Come.
I've walked for a little way and I'm just sort of turning back on myself, and I picked up my friend.
Okay, sit down.
Not today, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Maybe another time. But he's he just keeps following me. I don't know for how much longer. At what point he decides, okay, so it's that point he decides it's not worth it anymore. But I feel like walking. I like walking in the morning. I forget the name of this stupa, but it's quite magnificent. Very close to Thamel. It's later in the day. Well, the last time I was here, there would be groups of children and they wait for the photographers. And when the photographers are in place, they go up to the photographer and say, good morning, sir. Good morning. They say, for 20 rupees, I'll rush at the pigeons and get the effect of the pigeons flying across the stupa. And one guy, I was here for a while, and one young fellow was making a good living at it. There's that early morning ambience of Nepal around the stupas with the bells and the pigeons and the gee, they're everywhere, aren't they? It's really pretty. Morning. And the young monks. I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing. I guess the elephant in the room that we need to talk about is travel insurance and that cost. The fact is, I now don't have travel insurance. I'm self-funded and I'm getting ready for my feet to be put to the fire. You know, there's a strong argument, of course, for having travel insurance, and I've often made that argument. But I now have sort of come to the conclusion that, you know, if I lose a laptop or a GoPro or whatever, that's pretty easily replaceable, and it's not a huge, like, it's, you know, I'm not trying to dismiss it as, you know, it's not a lot of money or anything like that, but it's not going to change my plans. I'm just going to buy another one, and it's replaceable. As far as the health goes, if I have an accident and there's broken bones or I need an operation, I'm going to cover it. That's on me. I've also left instructions that should something major happen that leaves me comatose or incapacitated in a really dire situation, I've had a good life. I've lived really well, done it my way. And hi, how you going? And just leave me where I lie, you know. I don't want to be repatriated. I don't feel any kind of need for my, you know, what's left of me to be sort of sent home and buried or whatever. So I'm taking that risk, and it is a risk, and I'm fully aware of, you know, potentially it could be quite problematic. But looking at the insurance rates for people my age and older, they're really exorbitant, like really crazy. All right, for a month or two you could probably absorb it, but for, you know, years, it's quite a lot, and the money that I have spent over the years would have been enough to, you know, cater to any of the problems that I have or potentially could have. So that cost I don't have. You know, a lot of people are probably going to think that approach is quite foolish, but that's the way it is for me. We all have our choices, and with those choices sometimes there's consequences, and we have to accept those consequences should they arise, you know. And I fully expect a lot of people to not understand that, but there it is. I'm not sure what everyone's exchange rates are. This is what they're showing on the street. Good morning, sir, how are you? For everyone who's interested in what it is on the street, Australian dollars 91.45. I generally find Nepal to be pretty good on the street. For those of us who are sort of stay away from the cards, coffee. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you for asking. Do you have a coffee?
Coffee, yes, sir.
Okay, what's that coffee here? Can I have a cappuccino, please?
Yes, sir.
That would be
Sugar?
wonderful. With sugar, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Drinking here.
Drinking here, is it okay? Yeah. Yeah. Would you like me to pay now? It's really good coffee. Really good coffee. It's got that walnutty taste to it. So the total I spend for a year travelling in Asia, or the last year that I've been in Asia, is about 25,000 Australian dollars. This doesn't include things like backpacks and clothes and that type of thing. That's just what the actual travel costs are for airfares and food and lodging, as I've explained. Everyone lives to a different standard. My way of travel is not for everyone, and other people need perhaps more luxuries or whatever. But, you know, to spend your time roaming around Asia for $25,000 a year, I think it's pretty good value. I'll show you where I'm staying. As we're heading back, I just wanted to point out, the last time I was here a couple of years ago, I wanted to fly from Kathmandu down to Pokhara, and the Yeti Airlines office is just upstairs here. And the interesting thing is, I had Nepalese rupee and I had Australian dollars, but they wouldn't accept anything except for US dollars. And I understand that, you know, in Nepal they want to get hold of strong currency, but I thought it a little bit unusual that they wouldn't accept their own currency to get an air ticket down to Pokhara. Don't know whether it's changed. That was a couple of years ago. Maybe it's different now, but just a word of preparedness for those who are thinking maybe they want to fly with Yeti and they're going to book their ticket off the street. You may need US dollars. Just back to that total of 25,000 Australian dollars to live in Asia for the last year. If I wasn't doing the YouTube thing, in the past I would spend a lot longer in places, like months. So this enables you to negotiate discounts on your room. You're not flying as much, you're not using as many visas, and it's significantly less in costs. Would I change it? No. I guess there's the question I get asked a lot, is YouTube financing, is YouTube covering my costs? And yes, it is. I'm very fortunate now that the channel's at a stage where I'm able to move around, and it's covering everything, and just a little bit more as well. So I'm really pleased about that, and would like to take this opportunity thanking you guys. You guys are have been really great contributors. I've got there's a data point, or an analytic that they use on YouTube. At the back end you can see a lot of data or analytics on your channel, and almost half, 50% of the watch time of my channel, it comes from my subscribers, and that's quite a high mark, which means that people are engaged in the content. There's some sense of community about the channel. There's people in the comments discussing things and giving their opinions, and that's you. And so without you, I don't get to do this. So, thanks so much, and I mean it sincerely. This is my dream life. I'm living exactly the life that I feel I should be living, and you guys have made that possible, so thank you. Where I'm staying, the first thing that hit me here was the person who runs reception. She's just such lovely. Hey, good morning, Isha.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
Good. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, excellent. I have to ask you, Isha, your English is absolutely outstanding. Where did you learn?
It's from I studied from boarding school,
Uh-huh.
and then I started working here. It has been like 2-3 years,
Uh-huh.
so I got more confident with all of this. So yeah.
And do you live close by? Do you have to?
I just live it's not far. It's like 20 minutes walking distance, so it's not far.
That's not so
from
far
here.
at all. And what's your dream, Isha? What do you want in life?
I have not figured out yet. I'm just going with the flow right now, exploring myself, and that's all I'm doing right now. So.
Isha's one of these people, there's just this ray of sunshine every time you walk past her. She gives you a big grin and hello, and she really went out of her way yesterday because the internet's so important to me. I'm on the 5th floor and up the stairs, and she was patient to wait there while we tried to sort out the different routers that they have, and sort of puppy dogged me a bit, and I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for yesterday, Isha.
Oh, welcome, no problem. I hope everything is good in the room and
It's
everything
fine.
is okay.
It's perfect.
Okay.
I just asked Isha if she had an Instagram, and she does. I think because of her generosity and her patience with me yesterday, I should give that a bit of a plug. What's your Instagram, Isha?
It's just name as Sassy Sagittarius. Sassy Sagittarius. Like Sagittarius is my horoscope,
Uh-huh.
so I just put it sassy.
Sassy Sagittarius? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's all go over and give Sassy Sagittarius some support, okay? I'm on the 5th floor, on the top floor, which is great. Lots of birds around at the moment. Look at all those crows. I don't know if you can see them or not. It's got a nice little sit-down area to enjoy a coffee and relax. My room's at the end. As always, I've picked it based on its Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is great. It's a simple room, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's what I want in a room in Nepal. I don't want a room like where we started, with this IKEA look in it, where it's got no character. It's just, look, it's very nice, but I like something that represents where you are, and I think this does it well. For those of you who have travelled Nepal, before. You know what I mean? It has that feeling. Everything's clean, everything's fine. TV kettle, good Wi-Fi, as I say. Nice view, very, very quiet up here. Right in the heart of Thamel, the tourist ghetto, but down. Good morning. But down a little lane and deathly quiet. 22 Australian a night, and discounts available if you stay longer term. That's just about it for this one. As always, thanks very much for coming along. I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. Welcome to Nepal.